Can you speak English?
Yes, I can speak English.
Chào buổi sáng.
Chúc anh chị ngày mới an lành.
Yeah. They understand. You know, it's weekend saving is 70% for electric. So we can do from the wafer, from wafer to the end of for the LED chip.
Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. In today's video, we are heading to Hi-Tech Park. So we are in the south of Vietnam. This is an area where you have all the big names, Samsung, Jabil's, Schneider Electrics. So basically they have their own factory. And in that cluster, you have also some factories doing OEM. Today, we are not visiting one of them. We are visiting a factory that is Vietnamese owned. They have 30% of their production for their own products, but they may have some capacity that they can rent for foreign industrial players looking at renting electronic capacity here. So we are speaking about PCBA, so assembling the different components on the PCB. And it's going to be an interesting visit to discover a bit about what are their main markets, are they export focused, and how do they see dynamics with electronic in Vietnam. I have Pietro here. We're going to have this visit together. Pietro, you have had some projects with them. What is the overall understanding that we should have about electronics in Vietnam?
Thank you, Guillaume. This is Saigon Hi-Tech Park. It's the first real high-tech park in Vietnam and still the biggest one. It also has big brand names like Intel, where they made one of the biggest investments outside of USA. So we are heading to Dien Quang, which is a domestic company which is leading in the market of LED bulbs, LED lighting, and smart home technologies. And untypically, they have their own production capacity also in-house, which is namely for PCBA and assembly of the products they sell. Aside of that own production, they are also interested in leasing or selling the PCBA capacity they have with all the services. They are a very technical company. They have a big lightning-related laboratory and even producing LED chips from wafers bought from China. So very interesting to see again them. I have visited them before with some US customers having projects here in Vietnam.
Thank you, Pietro. Let's head to the factory and discover more about the capabilities and the strengths.
Hello, Lin. Welcome. Thank you. Nice to see you again.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Our pleasure to meet you on today. Welcome out to our factory, Dien Quang Hi-Tech Factory here. We belong to the Dien Quang Group. We are lighting company in 53 years. So we seen it's established in 1973. So we are mainly focused to the lighting, but now it's later 5 years we are changed to the new strategy is become to the EMS side, PCBA, also the export product from lighting solution and electronics devices. It's just a public go to stock shareholder, become is the public company since 2006. Yeah.
Okay.
So later is 2011 and 12. Own is the shareholder from the government is self-owned. So now
100%.
100% is private.
What was the first products Dien Quang was making? Lamps or
The main product we are is the lamp, the lighting of it is not for the many kind of product, just only focus to the lighting.
Yeah.
So, but since it's when we move to the new places, become to the high-tech pack. So we change the strategy to the EMS side. The solar is green energy, and most it focus to the IoT and smart home, smart solution.
In terms of the raw material, the components, is there any benefits from that you can have from Vietnam besides the tariff? Is there any advantage, competitive advantage that you have compared to other markets, or is difficult?
Very good question. Because normally now is almost the customer also same person like you. Because almost now they want to move out from China. Actually, it's in Vietnam also same. It's lot is minimum is an 80% is belong to material from China. So for the advantage for material we don't have. Really we don't have. We cannot compete to China. But in here we have labor costs. It's maybe cheaper than China. And actually now we also using the AI, using the supply chain to get more the advantage from China to get more the customer from US, from other markets and better than China. Besides the tariff.
What about big lightning projects? Do you do this kind of things also, like for one opera house or something like that? Do you do this kind of projects also?
For the shell team in domestics now, you know, is we have a ZT. ZT is general trading, and MT is a modern trading for the store, so the supermarket.
Okay.
And we also got a B2C and B2B.
Okay.
So that itself will focus to more the project.
Yeah.
It's like how previous house or villa or like it's government project. We do all.
Okay.
We did all.
You do also.
Yeah.
So
And in some of the sectors, besides the home, do you have also smart appliance that can go to, I don't know, industrial or warehouse, or you have any systems that can also combine your strengths of lightning and IoT or the other aspects that you also do?
Beside the lighting for home appliance, indoor, we also got an outdoor system. Yes, indoor and outdoor we have. Also industry, we also have that. And we also interest for the IoT for that for easy for control and energy saving for energy. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the factory.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the showroom. We will show to the customer for our product and also the solution. You know, the first thing here is a solution for the solar.
so you have
Yeah.
really a product range in solar. Is this a continuous production and your brand? You're selling it in Dien Quang.
Yeah. Actually, now we still is do the OEM from outside because for the solar panel in house now we cannot produce. But for the inverter, we just produce for small size. For the big size like that, we still not yet is produced. We do the support industry like the PCBA and like the lighting and plastic injection. Most here is the export. We export to the US.
So your company, this you will source this one.
We make this one.
You make this one in
We
house.
must.
Okay.
Yeah, we make this one because we have one factory for plastic injection.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
in house belong to Dien Quang Group.
Belong to Dien Quang Group.
This I
This
guess
shop outside.
yeah, this way you will source it. Okay. And
The battery inside also shop outside, and the lighting shop is we also buy.
and for example, this design is the design of your client or is it yours?
Belong to our design, but the patent is belong to the customer.
IP.
The customer.
And typically for a product like this, if the person want to buy ODM, so they want to have engraving their name, this is something you can provide. Okay.
Yes, it's correct.
So from the product that you have developed
Yes.
for yourself or for clients, you can make slight like adjustments to do like white labeling. Yeah. For all the tablets,
We do OEM.
you do OEM.
Yes, we do OEM.
Okay. So how does it work between the Dien Quang products and then your own product ranges versus the side that will be more OEM? How do you define in terms of the capacity?
Now it's 60% is domestic and
60%.
40% for the OEM and ODM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you have new clients, new inquiry, how does it work in terms of is there any MOQ that you take, or is there any product development that will be and then design services that you will provide first before getting clients to the mass production?
Normally for our procedure is we will discuss more about the timing and the plan, the schedule. The first thing is always the engineer discussion. and after that we will finish the prototype sample. Everything is come together and listing one time. One more time is discuss you okay or not okay. The quality, the certification or certificates discuss that, and we will warm up for the prices. Is everything okay? We will the trial production. After trial production is mass production. Normally we will take around is the minimum will be 3 months, maximum is 6 months. Depend on the product specification. We can export to the US and Australia. This our customer from Australia. Very this customer. Here is the solution. The solution like this for the smart home for the light is is movement. Normally this solution is we can saving is 70% for electric. It's got the car like something like this. Automatic is got the lighting. If not, is dimming to the 20%.
Okay.
This solution like the office is got the sunshine outside, so they will automatic balance the lighting and the darkness and lightness. Like this, it's got darkness.
So same IoT, right?
Yes,
Automatic
almost
with
IoT.
the
Yes,
sunshine
IoT,
and
the sunshine.
if
The
you-
automatic is
yeah.
giving the lighting inside.
Okay.
This is the smart home solution. Mike ơi,
Em nghe.
tôi về nhà rồi. Smart home. Just
Chào mừng
talk,
anh chị đã về và ở đây
talk voice control. Can you speak English?
Yes, I can speak English.
Chào buổi sáng.
Chúc anh chị người mới an lành.
Yeah, they understand you. It's a morning. They will turn on for the light. Chào buổi sáng is good morning. We got a two solution for the smart. It's one we call Apollo is DIY. DIY setup. So you just download the app and control by yourself and plug and play. Very easy. And another one we call here is smart for the system. We can get on for the cloud from the Google Home, Amazon, Apple, or Tuya. We can connect on. Actually, is that we have a smart home, office, condom, factory, healthcare, and smart city.
So it also means that in all of those product categories, you have OEM capabilities.
Yes.
So if someone wants to do something for the factory,
Yes.
IoT with lightning,
Yes.
you can somehow get the engineer that are specialized for that, and you can design hardware, software, and also the test order and then the mass production for this. Right?
Yes, it's correct. It's correct.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's different lighting. You got a different solution. Like today is we will is want to introduce the customer for the new product. So only focus to this one.
So the technology to communicate between the device, the emitter, and the receptor, Bluetooth.
Right,
Okay.
Bluetooth.
You can do any other frequency, radio or
Normally it's radio frequency.
radio frequency. When you do the engineering in Vietnam, the testing, and if after you export this to a different market, having different frequency,
Normally for that is frequency is very common.
is standard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Standard. But only you have to certificate in the local to get no noise to other
No
to
interference.
interference to other devices.
Yeah.
In USA, you have to have the FCC approval
Yeah, it's right.
and so on. So, but the frequency ranges are the same everywhere.
Yes. Only two brands.
They're standardized.
So here this is for the LED, right?
Yes. Here is we have a one line for the LED packaging, so we can do from the wafer, from wafer to the end of for the LED chip, same like this one. This for the home process. This for the LED from the wafer, and to this one for the wire, making the wire, and for the phosphorus encapsulation, and shorting and tapping. And here it's for the X, this we call is wafer, and if we call is lead frame for X LED chip. So the first machine, you pick the die from the wafer to the lead frame, same like this one. And after that, the second machine is will wire bonding from the wire, very small, more than less than is your hand. It's 1. I think it's around 24 micron, and very fast. They will connect is 3 die for the one package. Because why is 3 die? Because it's a 1 die from wafer is got the wattage only 0.5 wattage. But this one we want to make the chip is 1 watt, so we connect 3 die. So that's why it's totally is 1.5.
Yeah.
But for the LED chip is more important is the temperature.
Yeah.
If we do for 100% for this chip, so the lifetime will reduce.
Okay.
So we only use 1 watt.
Okay.
So get the long time
Yeah.
for lifetime. Yes. And this one for the phosphorus, we will mix for each kind is like this, the blue light. We mix on phosphorus and the adhesive to become to the white, warm white, or daylight, something like this one.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So for each kind of the lighting, we will mix different. It's got a formula different. We got one advantage technology from the Panasonic. They call it APC, Advanced Process Controller. They will automatic adjust for whole line. If this one detect the failure, they will feedback to this machine to adjustment. Less than $1.
Less than $1. Wow. All the components.